what's up? It's Alex with Operation Assist Alex, my top surgery fundraiser, and I just want to do a pretty decently fast video on 3 updates, really like 2 and a fourth of an update. So the first thing is that I've decided to introduce a new product. I know not everybody can or wants to put out $12 for a paracord bracelet, so I have decided to do paracord keychains. And of course there's options with it, just like there's option with the bracelets. Excuse me. But basically it's going to look just like the bracelet. It's going to have the same weave, it just won't have clips on the end. As far as color choices go, I'm not doing the 2 colors like this. Instead, if you want 2 colors, you'll have to pick between 2 different options, and it's basically going to have a line going through it. Option number 1 is going under and then over and under and over every one, so you get like these lines like this. Option 2 is like this, and you can see that it goes over 2, under 2, over 2, under 2. So there's that, and you can see that it just gives it a different look. This one you can see little V's, and this one you've got, you know, the slants. So there you go. So those are the ways you can do your color. You can tell me the center line color and then the body color. Now the next option you have is if you want it to come with a keychain ring, or if you do not want it to come with a keychain ring. If you do, it will be affixed a little bit better. You can see right here on this one that it is, and this isn't paracord, I just used whatever I had. You can see that it's you know, nice and fixed on there well. It meets up to the keychain well. But I do have to charge for those because they aren't cheap. This one right here is 35 cents. There is a smaller option for, you know, if you want a smaller you know, keychain, or if you just like the smaller key ring, and it's about that big, which I know doesn't mean anything until I hold it up next to this one, which is about that big. So there's that. They are right next to each other. So like this one fits on my index finger about that far, and this one just fits on my pinky about that far. So there you go. Not like that helps you any, but there's a regular size and a smaller size. So then the second option that you have is to not get the keychain ring. If you don't want to pay the extra 25 cents is for the small one and 35 cents for the bigger one. If you don't want to pay that, then you can just get basically a loop that'll attach it to whatever keychain you have. And that's what I did with this first one that I made, is I just made a loop. There will have to be a knot here, because if you have this over time, it gets pulled on, and you can start to see the light through it, it starts to loosen up. If you want it to be that way, that's fine. I can do that, that's easier. If not, I'm going to do this knot right here, and I don't know how to do it yet, but I will figure it out, and that will be at the end or something similar. So those are the options as far as the keychains. The price is going to be $1 per inch. So this right here is 4 inches. This is not included. So 4 inches would be $4. This one right here is just a little 1-inch one. If you did that with a smaller keychain, I think it would be alright. Just be something small to have. That'd be $1. And I think that sounds good. You know, it's still going to be $2 to ship it, $3 internationally, just because it has to be sent as a parcel. So there's like a little 1-inch one next to a house key. This is like a regular quick set house key. You know, it's about like that. It's a little bit smaller than the key itself. The 4-inch one, assuming it had the keychain ring on it, would be about like that. So it's about twice as long, which doesn't make any sense, I guess. Well, it kind of does. So anyways, there's your options with that. Now the next update is, I'm really hoping this takes off. I really don't have that much longer to raise the money, and I need to get on it. So spread the word. But what happens if it takes off like crazy and suddenly I have more money than I need? It'd be great, right? Well, I don't like keeping things for myself all the time, trust me. I really do like to help other people. So I've decided that I'm going to give back in 2 different ways, and then there's going to be a third fund. Basically, the first way I'm going to give back is a third of what I raise, if not more. What I raise over what I need is going to go towards something like the Jim Collins Foundation, or some program where they help transgender individuals pay for part of their surgery or their transition. I say Jim Collins because that's the only one I've read about so far, but I'm definitely going to do some research first. The second one is going to be towards something like Missouri's Backstopper program. What that is, if you look it up, is it's a fund to help families of first responders that have passed away in the line of duty. People that have literally paid the ultimate price and gave everything to save somebody else's life. I want to be a police officer, and that's a fund that's, you know, that I care about. And I've always said that if I win the lottery, part of my money is going to go to that program. So it may not be Backstoppers. Celia told me that they do not support same-sex couples and help them out, which of course is insane. But so I will do my best to try and find another fund similar to that does help people in our community. But if not, then I will still donate to Backstoppers. Just because people are straight doesn't mean that we should discriminate against them too and not help them. So, you know, I can't really help what their policy is, if that, and it may be changing, who knows. But that's my little spiel there. So basically, the third thing is going to be kind of like a reserve fund for me. If I need money for testosterone and I have nowhere else to go, it might come out of there. And this will be after surgery, after I've reached my goal. If not, I'm just going to have to borrow money. So yeah, so there's that. You know, things like revision surgery for my top surgery, whatever I may need it for that is transition related only. And that includes hiding chest surgery scars if the results are okay, but the scarring is really bad. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. You know, what I'm going to introduce now and what I'm going to do with extra money if I make it. Spread the word, because if I raise enough, like I said, I will be giving back to 2 important charities that I really care about, that a lot of people care about. The final thing is that I may be reducing the price of my bracelets, because I thought that the price was a little high at first, but then I looked up online and they were like $22 on survivalstraps.com. And I know that you can buy them cheaper at other places. I do know that. But 1, those places don't help me with surgery. 2, those places don't have to raise $5,000 by December. And 3, most of those places aren't using like actual quality paracord. Like, this stuff you could trust your life with. I mean, don't quote me on that. Don't sue me if you try and use it, it doesn't work. But I mean, I would hang from a tree with this, or a cliff or something, I'm sure, if my life depended on it. So I do get quality USA made stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to, you know, ask. I had somebody that reblogged me on Tumblr and was like, you know, this guy's, I wonder if he's even making them because he's charging so much for them. And I can provide a video. I am making them. I'm working my butt off on them. You know, there's all my supplies over there on my messy floor, overflowing. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Any comments, concerns, anything like that, let me know first before you go saying stuff on the web and things like that. I'm going to wrap this up because I think I'm at my time limit and I wanted to keep it short. But yeah, that's it. So order your survival keychain today, and you know, let me know, and hopefully I can raise some money and not only help myself out, but help other people out in the process. Alright, I guess I'll talk to y'all later.